Leader 1 just flew in, but he can't find his luggage anywhere. So while we wait, we're going to play some Lost Luggage for the Atari 2600, featuring some crazy label art. Makes it look like one of the best game shows ever. Let's go ahead and take Lost Luggage, pop it in my Atari 7800 Pro system, and see how this holds up today. Let's go to the game. Lost Luggage was published by Apollo and carries an original copyright year of 1981. It is an Avalanche Kaboom style game for 1 or 2 players alternating. The main programmer on the game was Ed Salvo, who would later make Mountain King for the 2600. According to the back of the box, your plane has just landed and you are trying to retrieve your luggage. However, the luggage carousel is going crazy, throwing your suitcases everywhere, and you must catch them before they hit the ground, spilling out your unmentionables. But when you play the game, you go after every single suitcase on the carousel. So are we really just getting your bags, or are you some sort of a luggage kleptomaniac? Lost Luggage plays a lot like Kaboom, except with a joystick instead of the paddle controller. When the game starts, you simply use the button to start your round and your joystick to move your man or men along the bottom 2/3 of the screen, collecting suitcases by touching them before they touch the bottom or side walls. You start the game with 3 suitcases at the bottom. Whenever a suitcase touches one of the walls, you lose one. Lose them all and your game is over. However, you can earn an extra suitcase every time the digit in the hundredths place of your score is either a 4 or 8. So you will earn an extra suitcase at 400 points, 800 points, 1400 points, 1800 points, 2400 points, and so on. You can also play a variation of the game with a black terrorist suitcase that contains a bomb. If one of these black suitcases touches one of the walls, they blow up, ending your game no matter how many suitcases you have in reserve. So wait a minute, according to the box, you're collecting your suitcases. If that's the case, then the black suitcases must be yours too, making you not only a hoarder with too many suitcases, but also a terrorist as well. Great. When the difficulty switch is in the B position, you have 2 men on screen collecting the suitcases at a time, but when it is in the A position, you only have 1 man on the screen. In the 2-player variation, you take turns, but there is a variation where your opponent can control which way the suitcases are being thrown from the carousel, which I admit is a nice touch. Depending on the version of the game you have, suitcases either start at 3 or 4 points apiece, rising in value as you progress throughout the game. There is a green label version of the game that came out first that apparently starts your suitcases at a score of 3 points each, and there was also a later blue label variation that starts the scoring at 4 points per suitcase, and also features a small opening animation of your guy dropping off his reserved suitcases at the beginning of the game. Apparently, the green version also allows you to restart your game by pressing the joystick button in the middle of a round, where the blue version does not. Both versions are rated the same rarity-wise according to Atari each and carry approximately the same value on the collector's market. Graphically speaking, I thought the game was solid with nice airplanes, colorful suitcases, and a variety of items in said suitcases. The sounds and music, however, really didn't do much for me. Family-friendly wise, you do have underwear in some of the suitcases done for laughs, and the whole terrorist bomb thing in some game variations. At the time of my research on eBay, loose copies could be had for under $10 a piece, and complete copies were selling between $16 and $28, and those prices include the shipping as well. So what do I think of Lost Luggage? Honestly, it's one of those games I don't see myself going back to. It controls okay, but the gameplay gets old quick. I also thought that losing a suitcase when it hit the side led to some cheap losses, and I kind of wish they would have only made the very bottom of the screen the danger zone. If you're looking for a Kaboom style game that uses a joystick, I would suggest trying Fast Food, which I reviewed in episode 114 instead. So where am I going to rank Lost Luggage? Well, I'll give it an edge over Real Sports Tennis at 60, which is a better made game, but I actually had a little more fun with Lost Luggage. However, I would rather play another round of Omega Race. So out of 73 games I've ranked on the 2600, Lost Luggage is going to land at spot number 60. If you enjoy retro-related videos, would you please click the like and subscribe buttons? You can also follow me on the Facebook or the Twitter. I'm also a member of the Retro Junkies Network. You can find more retro-related podcasts and videos at theretrojunkies.com. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of The Nose for a Gamer. Take care, and if you ever see a black suitcase falling off the luggage carousel, please don't let it hit the ground.